Brothers and sisters, family and friends, my name is Jim Rush, Business Manager of IBEW Local 440, and I want to welcome you to the Class of 2020 virtual graduation. June 6th was supposed to be your day, a day to celebrate your accomplishments, your achievements, to honor the work and sacrifice you have put in throughout your apprenticeship. Unfortunately, we were unable to gather and celebrate due to the coronavirus. However, until we're able to celebrate your work in person, which we will still do, the staff here at Local 440 wanted to do a little something to honor your accomplishments. Whether you went through the full 5-year apprenticeship program, the advanced apprenticeship, or the sound apprenticeship, the class of 2020 had to adapt quickly to a virtual teaching platform that does not go unnoticed. I want to personally commend each of you on a job well done. With that, I would like to introduce organizer Bernie Beland to provide some words of wisdom as you take your next step in your journey.
5 years ago for our Insight graduates, 3 years ago for our Sound and Communications graduates, and 2 years ago for our Advanced graduates, you all embarked on a journey. As you may notice, some of your initial starting classmates didn't make it this far. Some of those that you started with years ago simply did not have the will, determination, ability, desire, or skill set to make it to this point. So for all of you that did and have made it to the finish line, we celebrate your accomplishments. Years ago, past business manager Roger Roper and I were talking about what it meant to be successful. We discussed some of our members, some of our local contractors, and some mutual acquaintances that we both know. Then Roger mentioned something that stuck with me and still does to this day. He said, "Bernie, have you ever thought that success to some can simply mean being able to go to the grocery store, put the weekly items in the basket, maybe a couple of extra things that the kids are asking for, getting to the checkout line, and not having to worry that you may not be able to pay for everything?" This conversation hit home and has been close to my heart ever since. Then last year, coincidentally, after leaving the 2019 graduation ceremony, I called my wife, who wasn't able to attend with me due to our daughter's softball tournament. When I called, I said I was on my way home, and my wife said, "Haley wants to speak with you." So my little girl gets on the phone, and though she's already approaching 10, her voice still has the sense of innocence and the tone that could ask for anything and I would probably say yes. She says, "Daddy, can you please stop at the store and get me some Lay's lemon chips? There's none left at the house." Lemon chips are her favorite and one of the staples of her diet. I smiled at the sound of her voice and said, "Sure thing, love. See you in a little bit." I pulled up to Mike's Liquor Market in Beaumont. I grabbed an item or two for myself, most likely beef jerky and beer. I bought a surprise for my wife, most likely Reese's peanut butter cups, and I bought the lemon chips for my daughter. As I was grabbing the items, I could hear a guy in the next aisle telling his daughter that they would have to see if she would have enough to get whatever it was that she was asking for. Once up at the register, I saw the father counting out some change. As he counted off the silver, his voice changed when he got to the pennies. "I'm sorry, baby girl, you don't have enough." I looked at the counter and I asked if the hot Funyuns were the only thing she was wanting. "Yeah," he said. I told the dad and the little one, "Go ahead and get them. I got you covered." He slid the change off the counter into his hand and tried to hand it to me. I declined and I looked at the little girl and I said, "Put it in your piggy bank for next time." He looked at me surprised and he said, "Oh man, are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, no problem," with a smile. As I choked back the tears, thinking of how I would have felt if I had to tell my daughter no when she asked for those lemon chips. He knew his little girl wanted the snack, but he didn't have the means to get them for her. She smiled with big eyes and childlike anticipation as she waited for her dad's reply. With a little shame but more sincere gratitude, he graciously accepted and they both smiled. He asked my name, shook my hand, told his daughter to say thank you, introduced himself and his daughter, and told me how grateful he was for me doing that. I don't tell this story to showcase the kind deed, but rather to remind us of how blessed we all are to have found the IBEW. To be able to travel the nation, put our name on a book, and know that we have the ability to make a decent wage with pension and medical benefits for us and our families. This is a blessing that Father could only wish for. Now I know we as wiremen face difficulties in our share of hard times, especially with layoffs, seasonal slowdowns, and sometimes what seems like feast or famine work pictures. But we have learned a trade that is always evolving, and if we value, utilize, refine, and update our knowledge, we have the ability to find work that some could only dream of. My name is Bernie Beland, and my ticket number is card number A123099. This has been my card number since November of 1999, and I've kept it current since my initiation. I became active in my local as a first-year apprentice because good brothers and sisters urged me to do so. I also worked non-union for the first year of my career in the electrical industry, and I saw firsthand what it's like to work without the IBEW. Once with the IBEW, I quickly realized the benefits that we have thanks to our union, our NICA partners, and our collective strength. At this time, I ask all of you to pull out your dues receipt. Go ahead, pull it out. Look at it, make sure it's current, and recognize the blessing and the benefit that it provides for us. Now, whether you remember it or not, we all swore an oath to the IBEW when we first got in, and I invite you all to reaffirm that oath at this time. Repeat after me and use your name where I use mine. I, Bernie Beland, in the presence of members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, promise and agree to, conform to, and abide by the Constitution and laws of the IBEW and its local unions. I will further the purposes for which the IBEW is instituted. I will bear true allegiance to it and will not sacrifice its interests in any manner. Class of 2020, congratulations on your success.
To echo what Bernie just said, as you complete this journey and venture on into the next, recognize the opportunities that lie before you. Through activism, education, and participation, the sky is the limit. We hope you'd enjoyed this virtual graduation video, and again, we want to commend you on all of your hard work.